Okay guys, now I'm gonna tell you about the biggest stupidity and the biggest mistake I could ever probably make to make my riding slower. So, the stupidity is my tires, I just checked with this pump, were pumped up, get ready, to 35-40 PSI. Once I saw the numbers, I just thought probably it's broken or it doesn't work right, and I decided to check the rear tire, and it was about 35, I guess, yeah, PSIs. I was like, what the heck? You know, by feel, you know, like, let me tell you the background. So by feel, I was always told, you know, by different people that you should pump your tires so they are not too hard, and most people probably run too high of the PSI. And I was asking, like, what's the feel of the 80 PSI, you know, and they said, like, when you press the tire like this, you know, like when you squeeze it with your fingers, it should be a bit, you know, like a bit soft. So that's what I did, you know, I pretty much pumped up my tires until they were a bit soft, like I thought. And it actually meant I pumped them up to 40 PSIs. And like once I checked it, I was like, damn, bruh, what? You know, like, and what happened, like, I was using my old wheels with my Maxxis Refuse tires, like I showed you before. And I was running them with 40 PSIs. But, you know, actually why I got into measuring PSIs, because I ordered this new wheel and the tires, and I just thought I want to pump them up exactly to 100 PSI to feel to check the feeling, you know, how they roll. And that's why I got this pump. And once I just checked them, I was insanely blown away, you know, by how many rides, once again, how many group rides and different fast bunch rides I actually essentially fucked, you know, because of my tires pressure. You know, it's not even about the tire being that bad, but about the PSIs that you're running it with, you know, like for 28s probably you can get away with 60-70 PSIs now with the wide rim on the bumpy roads, you know, but I was running exactly smooth, nice roads, you know, like, and running 25 Cs, you know, not even 28 with 40 PSIs. It definitely compromises the feel of the ride and makes you a lot slower, I think. I'm not even sure about how much, like I told you, I shaved 3 minutes up my hill segment of 26-minute climb before, and I now got 23 minutes, like, actually. So I'm not sure what's the difference in the hubs, you know, like ceramic bearings, the wheel set, its weight, you know, or tires, you know, like, I'm not even sure what's the difference in tires exactly, or the PSIs that I was running those tires with, you know, because I didn't even get to check the speed and how I'm going on the same refuse tires, but with nicely pumped tires, you know. So yeah, it's a big mistake. Definitely invest in something like this. I actually found that if you have one bike, not the whole, you're not owning like a whole lot of the bikes, one pump like this that can pump it to 140, I think, PSI max. It's the Geo Air Supply, probably, like, not even sure if it's Chinese brand, but it has this gauge chart, you know, when you can see the PSIs, and it's so crucial, really, you know. Once you, and what I found also, like, if you want to run them always pumped up, they get actually a bit softer after 1 or 2 days. And I remember myself not pumping up my tires for weeks, you know, before. It's insane, you know. I could probably run like 25 PSIs. It's amazing, like, how soft they could be, but by feel, you know, they felt like okay, you know, like soft enough. But you cannot gauge it like this. You should get a pump for yourself and be actually aware how many PSIs you want to put in your tires. It's not worth, you know, saving like maybe, I don't know, like $10 maybe on getting the pump without this gauge thing, even maybe less. So definitely get one and see how many PSIs you're running. For me, actually, I'm running 25s with Conti tires with 100 PSIs. Find it amazing, not harsh at all. On the wide rims, I actually feel it much smoother. if you have a wheel with a very narrow rim, get yourself a wide rim. It's a lot more comfy, you know, like even with the smaller tire size, 25 mils on the wide tire, on the wide rim would feel a lot better. They feel just so good, you know, you feel much more secure going downhill. It's just, you know, like completely different story. Get yourself a wide rim and run them 100 PSI. I find it great pressure. So yeah, this is it. Nothing more to say. Get yourself a pump with the gauge thing for pressure, tire pressure, PSI. Best investment for money probably you can get to make sure you're always good, you know. So yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers. I go eat my pasta.